Good evening, I'm Luke Lyddon with your look at sports. If you're a quarterback in the NFL, you are usually seen as a hero or the zero. Backup Brandon Weeden, a zero. So now it was Matt Castle's turn to write his own script and break the Cowboys' 3-game skid against their division foe, New York Giants. But no one is quite like Tony Romo. Matt Castle and the Cowboys visiting the Giants, and we picked this one up early third quarter. Cowboys up 3. But not for long. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie jumps the route and picks off Castle. He's high-stepping 30 yards out from the end zone. 58 yards back to the house. They take the lead 17-13 over the Cowboys. And after the Cowboys tied up a 20, ensuing kickoff, ex-Cowboy Dwayne Harris, getting his revenge, follows his blocks and outruns everyone for the 100-yard score. He's going to need some oxygen after that one. Giants lead 27-20, so we have one last chance for a final Cowboys drive as the Giants are punting it away. But Cole Beasley muffs the punt, and Miles White recovers it for the Giants. That right there seals the game, and let the Twitter outrage begin. Giants win at home 27-20. A lot of people, including myself, like to break down a football season into two halves. For the Miners, the first half was not so good, and it doesn't help they had 10 players done for the season due to injuries. But it's all how you respond. With Mac Leftwich back behind center and a conference opponent at home, the Miners could make a statement. Their season is far from over. UTEP hosting FAU on a perfect day at the Sun Bowl, and the Miners struck right away. In the first, Leftwich is going to find Tyler Batson. He stays on his feet, gets a block, and he's off. 76 yards for the score, 7-0 Miners. But FAU responded in a big way with 17 points in the second quarter, and here are 7 of them. Trey Rodriguez with a 38-yard run, untouched to the house. FAU on top, 17-14. But we jump ahead to the third, and the Miners came alive. It may be hard to find Leftwich in the pocket, but I promise you, it's not hard to see this dime right here. Tyler Batson again for the 30-yard strike and the 21-17 lead. And after 2 more Miner field goals, the Miners take it, and they win at home 27-17. So when we take a look back at the player spotlight of the night, it was easily quarterback Mac Leftwich. After missing 3 games, he returned to the field and went 20 for 39 for a career best 271 yards and another career best 3 passing touchdowns. And 2 of those went to his favorite target, Tyler Batson, as you just saw. Here's Leftwich after the big win.
It was really fun. As a quarterback, anytime you get a chance to open things up a little bit, and my receivers were doing a great job making plays, and they were making me look good sometimes, and it was overall a pretty good night throwing and catching the ball.
I thought Mac was extremely accurate. Probably there was about 100 yards of passing left on the field with drops.
Hopefully it's just a stepping stone to get back on track. Go get these next 5.
We really wanted to come out here and start the second half of the season right. First half didn't really go for us the way we wanted to, and so Coach challenged us, and we stepped up today.
As they say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The Miners will take on Southern Mississippi on Halloween at 12:30 p.m. And for the Aggies, throw out a bowl game and throw out a winning record. At this point in the season, the program just needs to focus on one thing, snapping their nation-worst 16-game losing streak. The Aggies in pink raising breast cancer awareness for their homecoming game. I always say if you lose, you at least got to look fresh, and they did do that. In the first, Troy's Brandon Silvers finds Edenfield in the 4-yard strike. They take the early 7-0 lead, and that was the story of this one. Troy's quarterback Brandon Silvers picking apart the defense. Here in the first, Silvers going to find Teddy Rubin, who outruns the defense. That makes it 21-0. And in the second, this time to Jarvis Bentley, that makes it 28-0. And Silvers wanted to throw for 5 first-half touchdowns as they spank the Aggies 52-7. The Aggies fall to 0-7 on the year and have now lost 17 straight games.
We didn't show up to play. Had no enthusiasm, no emotion. Our defense completely took us out of the game in the first half where we had no chance, but that's all my fault. That's the head coach's fault when your team goes out and looks like they did here tonight.
The Aggies host Idaho also on Halloween with a kickoff time of 6 p.m. The UTEP Miner soccer team continued conference play today against Old Dominion. And here, Angela Clutch Katayi with the PK, and she buries it past the keeper to take the 2-0 lead. And later in the second half, Old Dominion with a PK of their own, but they are denied by Alyssa Palacios right there. What a stop. She is an absolute brick wall. UTEP goes on to shut out Old Dominion 3-0. The women are now 11-6-2 on the year and 4-3-2 in conference play. Now to our NFL nightcap, undefeated Panthers hosting the Eagles. In the second, Cam Newton on the read option, just like his days at Auburn. hasn't changed a bit. Gets into the end zone, they take the 14-3 lead, and in the third, Newton again, but this time to Tolbert in the flat. No one can tackle the 260-pound back, but hey, I don't blame you, I couldn't either. Panthers stay undefeated at home, and they win it 27-16. On now to the NFL, the Texans visiting sunny Miami, and with this performance, Houston should have just gone to the beach and popped open a Corona or two. Heck, make it a 12-pack. In the first, Ryan Tannehill finds Rashard Matthews. He is gone, not even touched. This was just the beginning as the Fins put up 41 points in the first half alone. Dolphins win big, 44-26. And an AFC East showdown between the Jets and the Pats. Fourth quarter, Patriots down 4, but they're going to change that. Tom Brady finds Amendola, who makes the absurd grab over the middle. They go up 23-20, and we tack on another score from who else? Gronkowski gets into the end zone. They win at home 30-23. And finally, a sad day in the NBA as head coach Flip Saunders died of cancer at the age of 60. Saunders announced in August that he was being treated for Hodgkin's lymphoma, but he had a tremendous career. He tallied more than 1,000 victories over a 35-year span, including 3 straight conference finals trips with the Pistons alone. May Flip rest in peace. And that is a look at sports. Your 7-day forecast is coming up next after the break. Stay with us.